G'day YouTube, welcome back 2024. So just wanted to make this quick little video for you guys just to catch everyone up to speed on what's going to be going on and you know what happened. So obviously we had planned to try and catch up on a few things over the break. That didn't happen for a few reasons, mostly just family stuff, also storms, loss of power, and some terrible luck with our personal cars as well that needed addressing. So unfortunately our luck hasn't just changed overnight, but having a break was really good. Even if it was a bit forced, it was really nice just to get away, clear our heads, getting a bit better attitude about what was going on, because before Christmas we were getting pretty over it. I think it was pretty obvious that just trying to claw our way out of this hole where we've just ended up so behind in work because of things going wrong and things still just continuously going wrong was really demotivating. It was really hard to get motivated to sort of get in and try and do things. So anyway, it was nice to have a bit of a break. We're still really behind in work, but it is what it is, and it's the performance business, just is what it is. As you've all seen, stuff just happens. We just got to deal with it and keep moving forward. So that's the plan. But anyway, we're a lot more motivated after having a bit of a break, clearing our heads a bit, which has been really nice. Unfortunately, already 2024 has thrown me a heap of roadblocks and dramas. So just getting to be able to drive again after my seizure in June, I was told by the neurologist that I could just drive after 6 months after my seizure, but once I started trying to get that process of getting a clearance to drive, it became pretty evident that that was just not the case. It's a lot more complicated than that. So now I'm right back in the thick of neurology appointments, GP appointments, trying to get my clearance to drive so I can get my license sorted out, and it's just a mess. So not only that, but my young fella's now going in for an operation tomorrow, so we have to stay within X amount of Ks from a hospital. Like, basically, January is already a complete write-off. I'm going to be screwed for pretty much all of January. So it sucks, but it's all stuff that has to happen, and honestly, probably better sooner rather than later for all of it. Get it all done, get it out of the way, and we're pretty keen to smash 2024 out of the park. We've got a lot of cool things in the pipeline, a lot of cool things coming up. Me and Rex were talking over the break a lot about even just our personal stuff, what we're working towards, cars we want to build and keep, cars we're going to try and just put together and sell now that things are like a lot's changed in the past sort of 2-3 years. So the S13 drift car, we're probably going to finish that off and sell it at this stage. It's clean tagged, it's fairly straight. It can be registered if someone wants to, but we're going to sell it as a drift car with a LS and 6-speed and stuff like that. But we're not that interested in drifting anymore that we need a car each. We'd be pretty happy to share a car, and for how expensive S13s are, what they're going for, we'd be better off selling that one. We get more money for it, and it's not really viable for us to drift it anymore, because if you crash it and bin it and break stuff, it's actually super expensive now to get those things back up to scratch. Whereas if we keep the R31 instead, we've got heaps of spare shells, so it's a much better thing for us to just share. And for the cost of drifting and for where you can drift anymore, that just seems like a better option. So that's something that's going to be happening. So instead of us being that interested in drifting that we want to go take 2 drift cars to go drift, it's we still want to go drifting just because it's fun. We like it and we like the experience. Obviously I haven't been able to drive in quite a lot of years, but I would be super keen to get behind the wheel and go drifting. But really at the stage we're at, with the expense of everything, the way the business is, us as tuners and stuff, we're much more interested in building cars to go race. We'd rather go race 8th mile off street, like Cootamundra, like that sort of thing. We'd really rather build a car. We've got a few obviously cars that we want to build for those purposes, not potentially keep forever. We'd like to build them, learn, develop cars, get things sorted, sell them off, fund the next one, sort of thing. We're more interested in that than we are in finishing a drift car each to go drifting. So that's pretty much the plan, is finish one of the drift cars, flog it off, and hopefully this year we can actually start working towards getting either the VK or the 626 built to go and start having some fun. It's obviously a lot better for us as tuners, as a business, to prove ourselves that way. To prove that we can build a car, tune it to go, racing and be competitive. With hopefully, try and do it without a lot as well, like stock bottom end stuff. See what we can run as far as stock bottom end car stuff in a car that we can set up to be quick. So that's the plan, and that's what we're really motivated for now, is to really try and get to a point where we can start going to racing. And once we're racing, we can start putting out much better content. I'm just getting over of just filming everything around the business. I'd really like to start, same as every year basically, I'd really like to start going and doing some fun stuff and filming some fun stuff. And at the moment we're a lot more interested in doing something like that than going drifting. So that's where we're at with those. So yeah, we talked about a few changes, obviously trying to move the business in a direction where it's a bit easier for us to manage. One of the things I sort of just came to the conclusion of over the break was I'm just trying to do too many things. I'm spreading myself too thin, and because of that, I'm doing way too many things like not well enough. So content's gonna slow down as far as just how much we put out. I've sort of decided that, you know, LS cam kits and stuff, I'm just not gonna make the content anymore for how much effort it takes to produce, to, you know, film and produce the content. It's just repetitive, and it's not really motivating for me. I'm not motivated to make that content, so I'm not making it very well, and it's just the same thing over and over recycled. So I'd rather just focus on, you know, the other content that I want to make that's a little bit different. It's going to bring more people, more viewers to the channel. Try and make that better, rather than just trying to make heaps and heaps of content of essentially the same thing. So there's been no more LS cam kit content unless someone specifically asks for it, or if we're doing something that's a little bit different, or I specifically want to film it for some reason. But for the most part, those cam kits, we've done enough of them. You've seen we've got our set cams, our set parts that we use for different scenarios depending on what people want, and you've seen the results that they get, and it's all pretty much rinse and repeat after that. So there'll be no more of that. So I'm still going to try and put out at least one video a week. I still have heaps of content to catch up on, but yeah, the whole cam kit content's probably just going to not happen in 2024 because it's not worth my time, I don't feel, anymore. I also got a new camera, which I'm filming on now, so we'll see how this comes out. It's the first vlog I've tried to film on it. But we can finally kiss the GoPro goodbye because I'm so freaking sick of it. So that was really demotivating to me to make content as well, is when you film this big video and you go to edit it and you're missing half the audio. It made it really hard to motivate myself to actually make the content, especially for the fact that because we're so far behind and I'm so far behind trying to get content out. I'd be go to edit a video that I filmed 4 months ago and half the audio's gone, and you know, I can't even remember what the hell I was saying, and it just, yeah, not a good time. So slowing up on the content, gonna try and make the better content of the more interesting things, stop just repeating LS cam kits. So that's one thing that's happening. But yeah, unfortunately January is going to be pretty much a complete write-off. I'm still going to be working from where we have to stay, trying to get back to everyone that's been trying to contact us, get caught up on a few behind the scenes paperwork type things. Rex and Bo will still be here, but so we'll pretty much be operating in January at a limited capacity. So a lot of the jobs we had booked in for January I'm probably going to have to postpone and try and get a few things sorted out and fixed up, and obviously try and deal with some of our terrible luck here that we've had. But anyway, like I said, it just is what it is. Coming into 2024 with a much better attitude towards it. But anyway, that's the update. We're back. Looking forward to it. We got so many cool things to come this year. So just got to work our way out of this hole where we're behind on work and get back on top of a few things. Hopefully things stop going wrong and we have a bit better luck. But yeah, we're looking forward to it. So thanks for watching, guys. Thanks for sticking around. Looking forward to this new year, new camera, some new things. Yeah, I think it's going to be sick. So thanks for watching, guys. We'll see you on the next one. Hope everyone has a safe, happy year. Peace out. See you. Bye.